right, well, it's 7:43 Saturday morning. Today is July the, let's see, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. I think it's the 8th. Came off of a 2-day sickness. We got stomach flu from somebody that came to our 4th of July party. We had a great time, but we had a miserable time the next 2 days. And it is bright and early Saturday morning. It's going to be a beautiful day. It's going to be hot. I've been up now for about 2 hours. It took me an hour to get the truck loaded. And I've gone to Lowe's. I've got a whole truckload of fun stuff back there. I'm gonna try to get the water lines hooked up for the 2 spigots, one at the top of the driveway and one down at the campsite that we've got. I think I've got all the little pieces parts to do that. I've got a portable carport that I'm going to put over the Jeep and the ditch witch just to keep them from getting quite so nasty. I'm going to try that. I don't know that that's going to work, but I bought it several years ago at Harbor Freight, and it's been sitting in the garage, and I thought, you know, I'll just take it down there and use it. What the heck? So I'm going to set that up. I'm hoping that's only going to take a few minutes, but that may eat up too much of my day. I don't know. We got electricity hooked up down at Bible Grove day before yesterday, which is amazing. I'm gonna bring something electric and plug it in and make it work just because I can. And that's gonna be pretty awesome. So we're just now getting on the road heading west on 96. So I'm a good hour and 45 minutes away. It'll be almost 9:30 by the time I get there. I'm sure it'll be 9:30. And we'll check back in there. Check this out. Electricity. So we got our power put in. There's our power lines. There it is overhead. We got a transformer up there. They got the poles fairly straight. They got the one up there kind of crooked, but I think that thing will settle in. I don't know, but it's kind of, I don't know. We got a good overhead here. That is good and tall. My concern with this was that it would be so low that the campers, if they pulled in right here, might actually get into it. But that's high enough now that we're good. So we've got a outlet here, and then this is an RV plug already installed. So that's good. But yeah, see, this is the one I didn't want to drop. I just felt like that's too big of a tree. But it's not nearly as rotted as I suspected that it was. It was bad, but it looked like it had some spots in it that were going to be really bad. Okay, so, and then we got front power pole up here. This is the very top of the driveway, so the road's right here. And then what I'm going to work on today is, when I brought the water line in, I went ahead and put this T in and brought this up, and there's a connection down in there, and I put the pipe in there just so I could really dig that out easier and to see if it was going to leak. And I've brought some, look at these ferns, and I'm going to hopefully dig these suckers up and line the driveway with them. But look at that, naturally, when the sunlight comes into the canopy, from the canopy floor, these ferns just start shooting up everywhere. They're everywhere. So maybe I don't have to come in here and line the driveway. They'll just do it naturally. It's a lot of beautiful, look here, ferns just popping up everywhere. I love that. All right, so what I've done is I have dug this hole. This is a water supply line that came in from the street all the way up the driveway. I've dug this hole, and I'm gonna set a little box in here. Now this is for typically like irrigation systems and things like that. But this little box, I'm gonna put a tent down, some tent stakes down. This is another project I'm working on later. There's some rope. All right, so here's the box. And this is gonna be down here so that when you come back to it, I'll be able to reach down to the ground and hit and access a water shutoff. This is just gonna hold the dirt off of that water shutoff. But what I wanna do is go ahead and set my spigot here, somewhere back in there, accessible just outside of the area of this tree, but kind of sitting back in here where we can put a barrel on it or something to make it look cute. And then just beyond that, put a water shutoff with a ball valve so that I can tap easily into it for additional campsites down the road. I just want to put a way together that could be expanded upon. So that's the next step of what we're going to work on, and I'll show you some of that. All right, so now I've cut off my water line from the street, ready to make the connection. I'm gonna get that pretty clean if you can. It's got a little burr on it right there, but I believe that's gonna be all right. Okay, and that's the connection. Now with the T, this will get cut off somewhere up here and attached to the spigot. This will run on out a little bit further and go to the box, which will be about right there. Okay, that's all the connections for this. I'm gonna get some gravel out of the driveway and fill that little void right there with gravel, so that what these do is when you turn the water on and turn it back off, it allows the water to drain back out of the pipe, out of this little drain right here. So you need to make sure that drain has gravel to drain into. So I gotta collect some gravel. Okay, well the first one was a little bit more difficult, but this one, all I had to do is dig down to what I did before, which was when I installed this, I put this 3-inch pipe over it. One, to mark it, but two, just so I could get down here and check this connection. Once I finally got water turned on, I wanted to be able to come back and make sure this is not leaking. So that's what the connection is for. So what I will do now is cut this off here and put my threaded piece on there and put my spigot back down on there. Now this is about 18 inches deep. It is not as deep as I wanted it to be. And so wintertime freezing may be something to contend with. I don't think so with this much clay. And I can always, I can always mulch over this area pretty heavy too if I needed to, just to keep the water line buried. But I believe that'll be okay. So what I'm gonna do now is just cut this off and thread it just like the other one. Okay, let me get back here where we can see it. There's the spigot at the top of the driveway. Holes all filled back in. This will pack in good in the next couple of weeks and hold it up nice and firm. Let's see. It's actually in the ground pretty good. I like it. Turn it around the other way. We can see it. They're red, which is great. I think that's great. You can see them as you come in the driveway now. So you know you got water right there and on down. So man, first two jobs of the day are complete. Let's see if we can get this carport up. Okay, so after much debate, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put the carport here. for now. Obviously it's portable, so we can put it anywhere we want to. So I'm gonna unpack it and get it going. All right, well, this is something I've been wanting to get done for a long time, and that is get something to cover the Jeep and the machine while we're here, maybe keep all the pine needles and the water off of them. So we constructed that little carport that was kind of left over from, I think back when we were on 712 West Main Street. I think I had this back then for some reason. And it's been in the garage forever, so we recycled that. And that's awesome. Let's see. It's getting warm. It is probably about 1 o'clock. I'm just about to get on the road, but I just wanted you to see a couple other things here. Now, that is the new awesome water spigot. So on the back campsites with a few water hoses, we can hook up and have water. That's cool. We now have power. All right, yeah. And then that goes all the way out to the road. And we're in good shape, man. Got a couple of days of cleanup to do. I'd like to get the guys up here to camp again. That would be great. And maybe rent a big wood chipper and go through here and pick up all this debris and make wood chips out of it. Brittany had a good point. You know, we're going to mulch all of these trails, and instead of burning that, it'd be better just to turn it into wood chips. And I think that would be the best thing to do. So maybe we'll get that done here in the next couple of weeks. Won't be long now. I'm going to bring a camper down here, either the fifth wheel. Thought about setting that right here, just for the time being, and then putting the little camper on down into the campsite back there. That will be pretty cool. And then when the guys come to camp, we can camp out here and have a big bonfire, big cookout, have a bunkhouse cabin. We could pitch a tent, do whatever we want to right here in the clearing, which would be great. Lots getting done. I've got a little bit left to do back home on the fifth wheel. I've got some roof work to do. So I'm going to cool off on the drive home and get something to eat and call it a day from Bible Grove.